It's Hugo and Jake, they're coming to take a look at the Quran. So make no mistake, it's gonna be great, delivering more than comedy, that's what they wanna be. But honestly, it's fact from fiction, leaving lasting hits. When Hugo and Jake take faith and illustrate contradictions, create apostates to be great. Atheists make people who believe see the world in a different way. What's on the episode today? Take it away, Hugo and Jake. Loving the way they're splitting the fact from the fake, attempting to make those who hold faith reevaluate and wake up. But they just stay stuck and haters wait and stay in place, no time to waste. The Quran reloaded with Hugo and Jake.
Hello everyone, I'm Hugo.
And I'm a Russian pea hooker.
And this is the Quran Reloaded.
I am only bought so I can pee on you.
And wow, it's been a long time since we've done a Quran video. Was the last time we did a Quran video before the election? No, we did at least one since then. No. It's been a while, though. It's definitely been since before Christmas. So, sorry it's been a while, but we're back, and we're back to our regular schedule. Thursdays, or whatever the fuck day it's supposed to be. So,
we can't be fucked to know our own schedule.
I know, you know. So, today we're continuing on, definitely so far, the best surah of the Quran. And that is the fourth surah, the women, which talks all about women. And last episode, they talked about the value of women. They talked about, how much is a woman's life worth versus a man's? And of course, as you would expect, half is the answer.
Half, which is less than a slave during the 3/5 compromise.
Yeah.
As we pointed out last time.
Yes. This episode, still talking about women, amongst a couple other things, but the main sticking point here is going to be, which women can you stick your dick in? And this is apparently important enough to warrant its own section. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into the fourth surah, chapter 19. Here we go. Let's go.
Let's go. Yahoo!
Now I want to play Mario 64 really bad.
All right. Good times. Before presidents got peed on.
As far as we know.
Yeah, no, Kennedy was into that. Let's be real.
I feel like Obama, I would totally believe it, but only a monogamous, like it took him and Michelle years of marriage before he felt comfortable enough sharing that with her. And she's not totally into it, but she supports him enough. Oh, God. This could be one of those episodes. Oh, you who believe it is not permitted for you to inherit women against their will. Now, what they're talking about here, again, remember, I go and I read the actual Islamic Quran study bullshit. This is literally talking about if a husband dies, you're not allowed to, and it's your brother, you're not allowed to take your sister-in-law into your house and be like, all right, you're mine now.
And literally inherit.
Yeah, this isn't a metaphor.
Here's the fine china.
Yeah.
Here's the sports car. Oh, and Dad's new wife. Yeah, I get that now.
And do not coerce them in order to take away some of what you had given them, unless they commit a proven adultery. And live with them in kindness. If you dislike them, it may be that you dislike something in which God has placed much good.
Ooh, got him.
Now, here's what this is, and this is amazing. So literally in the Quran study I was reading, it's about men deciding partway into their marriage or whatever, wow, I don't like this bitch, I need to leave. But basically, you cannot take back anything you had given them during the period of the marriage. It is theirs. You gave it to them, including a bridal dowry or whatever. So, the Quran study said, well, sometimes, and bear in mind, the Quran, whilst it was written, whilst it is still read, it was written a long time ago. So you can be like, okay, it's regressive as fuck. Its attitudes about women are primitive. The study that I was reading, clearly written in the last couple of years, they said, it's pretty common for when you first marry someone, maybe you realize, holy shit, they're super ugly. But here's the thing, they might be super ugly, but if you stay with them long enough, maybe you'll find out they have other good qualities, like they're nice to you.
I have a suggestion.
Okay.
If the ugly thing's an issue, just no burqas.
Yeah, you'd think that would solve the problem. You'd be like, yeah.
Usually, when I look at a lady, it's not through a veil, and I can just judge that immediately.
Yeah, well,
so I've never been roped into a relationship with an uggo.
That's the risk you take when you want a society where half the people don't count as people.
I guess, yeah. So that's like if there's one big oopsie involved, whatever the opposite of a silver lining is for the men in an Islamic society, it's maybe I accidentally I'm gonna have to bang an uggo.
On the bright side, lots of parking in Saudi Arabia. So
I thought you were gonna say on the bright side, lots of uggos get to be banged.
oh,
But
well, that's also true.
maybe I should be an Islamic woman. I'd
I
fucking
think you should.
kill it. Look at these eyes. Look, if you just do this, fucking gorgeous. Everything else is trash.
If you wish to replace one wife with another, and you have given one of them a fortune, take nothing back from it. Would you take it back fraudulently and sinfully?
They have a wife exchange, wife swap, like a swap
Apparently
meet,
you can just,
like a gun show.
You'd be like, hey Ted, I've been with Felicia for a couple of years now, and I'm gonna tell you, it's getting real boring. So
Yeah.
how about Fran?
Fran.
We do a little swap, swippity swap.
Also, is it Fran Drescher? Because I'm making that
it's
swap no matter
it's
who's on the other side.
Clearly Fran Drescher. And not the nanny Fran Drescher. Fran Drescher today. I don't know if she's held up.
2017 Drescher.
I haven't looked her up. So maybe you're winning that hand. Maybe you're losing. I don't know.
Okay, let's play the game. Was it a good deal or a bad deal for the guy who traded her away, Fran Drescher? And you make the call. Vote down below.
Bear in mind, you also probably get some of those residuals from the nanny. So, does any network still play the nanny in syndication?
I can't do it.
For her age, she's yeah. Okay.
Anyways, now let's play that game with us. Everyone abstains from the vote. It's okay, Fran. You're better looking than us. That's fine. It's okay.
Most people are, in fairness. So,
But in this scenario, we are Islamic men, so it matters not.
and how can you take it back when you have been intimate with one another and they have received from you a solid commitment?
Is that a euphemism?
No, it's just if
Solid commitment?
you... Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah?
Do not marry women whom your fathers married, except what is already past. That is improper, indecent, and a bad custom. So don't marry your stepmom.
It's your stepmom. Or maybe your mom.
That's fair. I guess it could be your mom. In the Quran study, it said the word in Arabic or whatever whatever it was written in, basically does mean both stepmom and mom. There is not a.
I can't believe this was something
difference.
you had to outline at one point.
Yeah.
A son was like, man, I sure do love stepmom. This is like a fucking Brazzers episode, video? I don't know, video?
Yeah, the best part is it says, except what is already passed. And a lot of these sexual conduct rules we're about to go through, that's attached. And what that means is, yeah, don't do this anymore, but anyone who already did that is fine. Not kidding. So, sorry. It's like getting grandfathered into something. Like, okay, we're going to take away your, I don't know, high caliber ammunition. Unless you already have it, then you're fine. Except in this case, it's fucking your mom. Forbidden for you are your mothers, your daughters, your sisters, your paternal aunts, your maternal aunts, your brother's daughters, your sister's daughters, your foster mothers who nursed you, your sisters through nursing, your wives' mothers, and your stepdaughters in your guardianship, born of wives you have gone into. Fucked. But if you have not gone into them, there is no blame on you, and the wife of your genetic sons and marrying two sisters simultaneously, except what is past. God is oft forgiving, most merciful.
So wait, you could marry them as long as you don't fuck.
Yes.
Sort of.
Yes. This is actually a good thing to bring up, because it is actually interesting culturally how marriage has been viewed differently. And you talk about how they marry children all you want, and it's super fucked up. Yep. But in some places, there was sort of a blurred line between marriage and adoption when it came to, like, young women. Which is creepy as fuck, but that's how it was. It was like, oh, she doesn't have parents. I'm doing her a favor. I mean, she'll come, she'll do housework, she'll maybe suck my dick, but it's more of a it's a caretaker relationship, not a marriage like we would consider it today as a partnership. It's I am the head of the household. You are subordinate to me and do whatever, right. And I make sure you have food.
And again, this is sometimes you have the traditional marriage.
Sure.
Sometimes you. Like, the whole idea of a harem was kind of in that vein where it's like a caretaker situation. But often they used it to exploit them for sex and labor. Yeah. So, sex slaves, sort of.
Kind of. It's a little. There's a gray area and a lot.
It's like a sharecropping, but the crop is your dick.
Yes. I have nothing to say negative towards what you just said. And all married women, except those you rightfully possess. This is God's decree, binding upon you. Permitted for you are those that lie outside these limits, provided you seek them in legal marriage, with gifts from your property, seeking wedlock, not prostitution.
Okay, the difference between a sex slave and a prostitute is the longevity of your relationship.
Wow, you're not wrong. You're just full of wisdom today.
I
Just
know,
dick
right?
wisdom oozing out of you.
No, I slang it, though. I slang the dick wisdom.
Gotcha. If you wish to enjoy them, then give them their dowry, a legal obligation. You commit no error by agreeing to any change to the dowry. God is all-knowing, most wise.
I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to ask you a question. Enjoy them means what I think it means?
Oh, it's getting in there. Yeah.
All right. What if you don't enjoy it when you enjoy them? What if it's like rough?
Then they play, you know that the noise in The Price is Right when you go over?
Boom, 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 boom.
If you lack the means to marry free believing women, he may marry one of the believing maids under your control. God is well aware of your faith. You are from another. Marry them with the permission of the guardians, and give them their recompense fairly to be protected, neither committing adultery nor taking secret lovers. Yeah, that's adultery, dipshit. When they are married, if they commit adultery, their punishment shall be half that of a free woman. That is for those among you who fear falling into decadence. But to practice self-restraint is better for you. God is most forgiving, most merciful.
It's so weird how much this is like chattel slavery.
Yeah.
It's so similar. Like how they trade them and there's a pricing, like a standardized pricing too. Like this is how money used to work. It used to be like the weight of silver relative to like a bag of wheat. Like this is the same shit, dude.
Yeah. I don't know why you're surprised. In fairness, I guess I read this before you did. But
I'm not necessarily surprised as much as it's like you know how when like clarity just washes over you and you're like, "Oh,
sure.
That's why ISIS."
God intends to make things clear to you and to guide you in the ways of those before you and to redeem you. God is most knowing, most wise. God intends to redeem you, but those who follow their desires want you to turn away utterly. God intends to lighten your burden, for the human being was created weak. By God, though, so he sort of orchestrated that codependent relationship, didn't he? A little bit.
Right, he could have made us all LeBron James with a hairline, but instead he didn't. He only made one LeBron James without a hairline.
Who has LeBron James's hair? Like, who did it go to? Because he didn't get it.
I don't know where it went. It certainly didn't go to me.
No, it didn't. Look at you. Ah. Yeah.
I've been idling since 18.
You should have been the hat guy.
We're just clinging on. We're clinging on like a failing marriage.
Are you gonna go? I gotta ask. Are you going the Bruce Willis route, or are you just gonna?
Oh, we're getting rid of it. I'm gonna embrace the baldness if that ever happens.
Okay, you gonna keep the beard?
Oh yeah.
Okay, bald beard guy. That'll be interesting. That'll be an interesting look for you.
It'll be like a I don't know. The one gym teacher that all the kids hang out with at lunch. I'll be that guy.
That'll be weird.
Yeah.
Oh, you who believe, do not consume each other's wealth illicitly, but trade by mutual consent, and do not kill yourselves, for God is merciful towards you.
I know all this kind of sucks, but please do not off yourself.
What the why did they put those two together in a verse is what I want to know.
God looked all the way through space and time, and while he was sending this down to whoever the fuck wrote it, Muhammad, and in just a brief moment, he saw a glimpse of a suicidal Pepe meme, and he was like, "We can't let this happen."
By the way, this is an interesting comparison to Christianity. A lot of the time, people say, like, oh, you can't kill yourself, you'll go to hell in Christianity, not Islam. There's nowhere in the Bible where it says that. It never says killing yourself is a sin.
It says, well, a lot of people make the thing that life is sacred and it's you murdered yourself. Like that.
Right, that's bullshit. Kill. There's a lot of murder in the Bible. That's
I totally agree with you.
So.
I agree with you. I'm just saying that's what they say.
Yeah, they're wrong. So I'm not saying kill yourself. Don't kill yourself, by the way. I'm just pointing out
We do not
religious.
endorse officially that you ought to kill yourself. Unofficially,
Nope, don't
kill yourself.
Don't kill yourself. Don't do it.
Don't do it, pussy.
Oh God.
Please don't kill yourself. Oh, or do.
Whoever does that out of hostility and wrongdoing will cast him into fire, and that would be easy for God.
Believe me.
That insult,
Easy.
Yeah, at the end there, that's what does it for me. And it would be easy. It would be easy for me. Believe me. Believe me.
Bigly.
Have you noticed because of the wording, a lot of the time now when we're talking about God, we associate it with Donald Trump just because of
It's because he does this weird sentence thing at the end where he's like, tremendous. Donald J. Trump will be great, believe me. Like there's a hard period. It's not a semicolon or a comma. He doesn't like he's like fuck conjunctions.
Yeah.
Fuck him. Fucking hated Schoolhouse Rock. Garbage or sad or I don't know how he ends his stuff. I can't even talk like him. It just doesn't make sense logically to me. It's very interesting. I'm interested to see in the next 4 years how that will progress or regress. Like, will he get better? Like, because he has speechwriters. He's the only person that talks like that. Or does he go, hold on, let me take my red pen to all these fucking conjunctions and or for nor so and but? Nope. Get out.
I don't know. How fast does dementia progress? Because
I don't know. I'm convinced this office is going to kill him. And that's sad for his family. And sadder for the United States because Mike Pence is objectively worse. Don't die, Donald. I can't believe I want you to live.
I'll take Pence. I think Pence is in charge anyway. At least I'd rather have him admit it, if that makes sense.
No, if Donald Trump dies in office, Mike Pence and Dick Cheney have to Thunderdome. 2 men enter, 1 man leaves for the right to the presidency, and they get like 2 automatic terms.
You know,
that's how it should work.
2016 and so far 2017 have been so fucking weird. I'd be like, yeah, let's go for it.
Let's do it. Let's just go all in on this crazy, wacky world.
Master Blaster 2020.
Who run White House?
If you avoid the worst of what you are forbidden, we will remit your sins and admit you by a gate of honor. Do not covet what God has given to some of you in preference to others. For men is a share of what they have earned, and for women is a share of what they have earned. And ask God of his bounty. God has knowledge of everything.
So, for men, they share what is earned, so it's like property and money and like wives, apparently. But for the women, a collective share of what they have earned is just a bunch of kids they didn't want to bear.
Yeah, pretty much.
And semen.
Yeah, a lot of that.
And bruises.
One leads to the other. The semen leads to the kids, which frustrate the husband, which leads to the bruises.
Correct. And it's the women's fault, obviously. Have better kids. You're the one that's at home all day while he's out smoking hookah. Do you think he should take time off of his hookah? He's a very stressed person. Hookah helps him. You knew it, Tammy Muhammad. Tammy Muhammad. Do they have trailer parks in Saudi Arabia? Because I hope there's a Tammy Muhammad out there somewhere.
I doubt it.
Next time we get to talk about how men are the maintainers and protectors of women.
Yeah, that'll go well.
They're like old cars that we have to keep up.
Yeah, just, keep an oil pan under it and or drip pan. And, I don't know, on Saturdays, go out there, open the hood, and, I don't know, car things.
Crank on something and then wipe your brow and then go back in. I don't know car things either. I'm pretty sure they just run by magic.
I'm pretty sure.
I also have another, something like a provincial measure in case both Pence and Cheney die. I mentioned Rubio had an honorable mention, but I think in the event that both Pence and Cheney die before or during their Thunderdome battle, we have Rubio just stripped down naked, and he has to dick joust Anthony Weiner. But only Rubio is allowed to be hard, because otherwise it's just not fair.
I thought before my standards were low, I thought I was such a pessimist about people, but no, I was way too optimistic. I had so much more faith in other human beings than anyone has any right to.
Maybe what we could do instead is we could just, bring the whole world together. Maybe we'll, that Michael Jackson like that album that all those stars went in on and they sang. We'll raise charity through one of those, with like Bruno Mars and like Rihanna, etc. And then with the money that we made from that, we'll just build a giant rocket booster. And we'll slap it onto the front of the Earth and just burn it straight towards the sun.
I'm game. At this point, fuck it. So, that's it. You can always follow us on Twitter at Bible Reloaded.
You can follow Hugo at Hugo Reloaded. You can also subscribe to the channel and get more of this. Do you like Quran? I bet you do, you pieces of shit.
You can always donate to our Patreon campaign. We do a once-a-month Patreon-only hangout, which is a lot of fun. We also do a monthly Loot Crate-style box where you're for $5 per Wednesday video, you get signed chick tracks, $10 buttons, stickers, and they're different every month. And $15 gets you 3D paper pop doll thingies.
Wow, you're really selling the shit out of this. Next weekend is the hangout, by the way. So if you get it on that, link will be in the Patreon feed.
So, until next time, I'm Hugo.
Jake.
Quran, women, things. This is going to be the year of dejected Hugo, by the way. So get used to that.
Dejected Hugo. This is going to be the year of happy Jake, though, as it all crumbles to the ground and it's all your fault. And I was here yelling into the abyss, "No, don't do it." And then you guys were just like, "Fuck you, Jake." And I'll be like, "You don't have health insurance." Also, I hope he does a good job, and I hope I'm wrong.